everyone, this is MakDreyStudioz online again, and today I'm going to be making this video about a discussion. If most of you already saw my community tab already, then you guys know that I would be making this video about what am I going to do with some old series that I have created in the past and what comes for the future of 2024. And it's not just that, I will be revealing some plots, the villains, and I will be revealing a lot of stuff. Well, not too much that will cause spoilers, but you all get my point. Without further ado, let's get started. The first one I'm going to be discussing about is Aftermath. As you all already know, is that Aftermath has been out for 2 years now, and Season 2 is still in the progress of being animated. Only 2 episodes have been released so far. I just need to redo the whole episode 3, even though I'm only a few minutes into the episode 3 when Gacha Club was having issues. And the reason why I want to redo episode 3 is because I want to make lore that makes more sense, because I realized that Aftermath has already been confusing enough. And the reason why I'm saying that is because if you all remember Season 1, Episode 2, you would see that William Afton is becoming friendly and decided to team up with the others, and it's been that way ever since, before Riley got killed in the Episode 8 of the series. And then me and my old buddies were trying to roleplay Season 2, Episode 1 to help me create it. I realized that the plot changed at the last moment, because William Afton has become evil again, even though he was supposed to be an ally in Season 1, based off of the roleplays we done before we went our separate ways. And let's just say, I did not really like how we had to change up the plot, and now I have to find a way to change the whole plot, you know what I mean? Without having the lore be confusing, because why would William team up with a team at first, only to betray them all over again? That is something I'm gonna have to figure it out. And what I think I'm going to do is that within the whole Season 2, William starts to show his true colors by being a manipulator. Because Anubis is going to reveal to Riley, I think, that William was planning to kill Riley. The reason why he was teaming up with the others is because he wants to kill Riley. Because he won't leave his victim alone until they're dead. So I feel like that's going to be all I can think about, how I'm gonna adjust it into the lore, but that's all I can think of. Also, as for Season 2, Episode 2, Allison and William are not actually having an alliance. They are more of using each other. William is using Allison to find a way to gain control over her again. Meanwhile, she's trying to use him in order to expose dark forces. Hopefully, as time goes on, I'll be able to make the lore more sense soon and find a way to create Episode 3. But as for now, I'm gonna have to rewrite the whole lore, the whole plot, right before I create the scenes, because if I'm gonna create an episode, I'm gonna need a plot. I can't just think it through and then rush through the whole episodes, because I've done that a couple of times. Now, and I think that's all I need to discuss for Season 2. Now, let's discuss the villains, actinists, and the plots for upcoming episodes for the future. So a long time ago, me and my old pals were discussing seasons, and I think we're gonna have a total of 7 seasons. I think that's what we're gonna make. We're gonna make like 7 seasons of Aftermath. I know it's crazy, but this is what we can confirm so far. So I'm gonna explain each theme of the season. Even though Season 1 is complete, I'm gonna explain it anyways. Season 1 is about Riley's beginning to an end. Well, not a complete end, but you know what I mean. Where Riley meets up with a whole bunch of people who had experience with this whole FNAF trauma, and it's taking place in 2027. And the reason why I picked 2027 out of all the years is because I feel like I feel like somebody said that was FNAF 6 year then, but I'm not 100% sure. It's not my idea. Season 2 is either going to be Agonizing War or Dark Forces War. And the reason why we're naming it this is because if you know Dark Forces, then you already know all the whole enemies to it. Dark Forces are the main enemy here. Dark Forces is, if you've seen Season 2, Episode 1, you would see the whole agonizing thing that they've been doing behind the scenes. As you can see right here, they are experimenting many people with agony and revenant to turn them into psychopathic monsters. As you already see right here, they're turning people into agonizing monsters just like William did with the children, except they don't stuff them in suit. They turn them into, what do you call it? Like a beast form. And when you do that, there is no going back. And some of the experiments didn't even survive due to how much agony and revenant are being mixed together. And as we already know, that is not a good thing. With that out of the way, let me introduce you to Season 2's main antagonist, which are Dark Forces, aka the main ones, plus Damon, which I will be talking about in a minute. So, what we have here is the General, aka the CEO, is Grayson Butler. And as you already know, Grayson Butler is the little brother of Conrad Butler. And I want to tell you all that he has something to do with Lucy and Conrad's death back in Season 1, but that will be revealed soon. As for the rest, we have Amanda Evans, who is the leader of their force. We have Benjamin Cortez. He is a tech programmer and a hacker to whatever access they need. And this is Amanda's sister, Alice Evans. She is an attacker, assassin, whenever she needs to. And this is Justin Tucker, aka the simp for Alice. And he is the one who mostly messes up everything. Miranda Butler is Grayson Butler's daughter, and she is the one who stays behind. And this is Theodore Butler, the android. He was created from Grayson's son's dead body and was pre-programmed again into an android. Next up we have Damon Hunt, the main antagonist for Season 1 to all the way to Season 7. He will be the main antagonist of the whole aftermath till the very end. Now I want to throw this out there of why he wants to kill Riley is not because of jealousy, and they are not related at all. It's because he thinks she's a threat. Yep, I said it. He thinks she's a threat to the whole Destiny program. So I'm gonna tell you right now is that remember back in Mortal Kombat 1 whenever there were different timelines? Riley's timeline is one of them. I will reveal the Titan soon, but as for now, we're gonna have a small chat about Damon first. So, Damon also made a deal with the Titan to kill Riley because they know that she is avoiding her destiny and that she is not how the Titan wanted her to be. So that's when Damon jumps in. Damon disguises himself as a random family member and pretend to be her brother until he got her into a trap. And that is how Sam Lawrenson existed in this AU. Sam Lawrenson was a character at first, until me and his creator got into a drama argument, and that's when he was out of the line. So that's why I had to recreate him completely. But to those who stayed at the channel long enough, you already know that. But I just wanted to rediscuss about that one. With that out of the way, time to meet Season 3's main antagonist, Vincent Afton, Broken, and Virus. So let me tell you how Broken and Virus exist in this AU. They are the alternative versions of Riley Lawrenson and Vanessa A, aka Vanessa from Security Breach, even though all of you mostly already know that. And so they are created from VRs. So there will be a VR included in Season 2, which Damon had created for both Riley and Vanessa along with Dark Forces, which will reveal their alternative selves inside the VR. Vincent brought them to life by using an item and Revenant and Agony, but that will be explained soon. And they aren't exactly actinist within the whole other seasons. Let me show you an example. So this is an idea from somebody named Midnight Galaxy 5044. They suggested me a long time ago to make Vincent Afton mortally gray. And it took me a while to search out what mortally gray even means. And it means that, mortally gray characters operate beyond the dichotomy, I'm not good at reading, I'm sorry, of good versus evil. They're not motivated by that age-old battle. Instead, these characters will usually make the choice to pursue their own ambitions over those of the greater good or evil. So let me explain some characters, for example, that I do know. Like Shane Wu from Squid Games, Veronica Sawyer from Heathers, and Severus Snape from Harry Potter. I never realized what kind of morally gray they are until now, even though I don't remember much about them. But I will try to find a way to make it work for Vincent Afton as well in this series. I mean, it would be interesting to have Vincent as an evil character and then a heroistic character along the way. So I hope this works out, and thank you guys so much. And shout out to Midnight Galaxy 5044 for the idea. Now this is getting serious. We are going to business here. We are going to introduce the huge activist mastermind behind this whole thing. Meet the Watcher, the Titan of Riley's timeline. And this is his assistant, Evelyn Emily, aka Henry's ex-wife. And yes, this is her. She is the main activist this whole entire time. And she will reveal her true colors by the end of season 2. The reason why Evelyn is doing this is because of grief. Ever since she lost her 2 children, Charlotte, aka Charlie, and Sammy Emily. Watcher has saw her grief and made a deal with her. If she could help him get Riley back in her place, or at least kill her, he will do something about Henry Emily. He will never exist in Evelyn's life again, and he will bring her children back to life and have them live exactly how she wanted them to. As for Watcher, he was created by my friend Iron or Giant, whatever you all want to call it. And we discussed it a long time ago about how Watcher is going to fit in season 7. He will make an appearance in season 7 where Riley makes a huge sacrifice in season 6 finale, and then that's when she meets up with Watcher. Meanwhile, Watcher was behind the whole scenes of Riley's life and was trying to get her in order how he wanted her to go. Unfortunately, however, Riley rebelled against that destiny and is now trying to escape his grasp any way she can. And the reason why he wants her dead is because he wants to restart her life, let her relive all the trauma and everything, and make sure that destiny is exactly how he wants her to follow, to become the murder weapon for the experiments. He is inspired by from the movie Special Strike Rebellion, made by the hottest dog, the Absorber. The Absorber is the character who didn't really love change and wanted to change back everything how everything was before. So, and he's also called the End, by the way. And he wanted to change everything back to the way it was. But he ends up helping the others, so I can't really say much because I don't remember what had happened, and I don't want to share spoilers even though the thing came out like 2 years ago or something. And that's all I can tell you about the Absorber, created by the hottest dog. Oh my gosh, that whole thing was a breath taker. And as for the rest of the activists of each season, I don't really have them ready up just yet. I don't have their designs, and I don't remember their names yet. But some of them are created by other friends of mine. So I will be revealing them and discussing about them soon when I can. And after the whole thing, I am glad I got that one out of the way. Now let's talk about another series. And that series is called Danger Month, which I created about a year ago. And this is very painful to confess this right now, but I want to say that Danger Month has officially been scrapped. It is cancelled. Now, before you all start raging in the comments, just hear me out and listen to my reasons why I have to cancel it. Before I start telling you all my reasons, I want to show off my episode 2 progress to make it up for me canceling the series that all of you were looking forward to. Now let me explain my reasons. Reason number 1 is that it was supposed to be a spin-off for one of Riley's siblings who had survived, which her name is Riley Lawrenson. And I realized the more me and Lane started to make the plot planning for multiverses and everything, the more I'm starting to feel like this whole series wouldn't make any sense, and how I'm supposed to connect the lore between Aftermath and Penny's comeback, which I will be talking about soon. So, I just feel like the spin-off series would not make any sense. It will just all be random and it wouldn't fit into Aftermath. I'm so sorry, y'all, if I have to cancel it. Plus, also another reason, I lost interest in Spooky Month completely. I had lost all interest within Spooky Month ever since I discovered Mortal Kombat, started to get into other fandoms, and I never really got back into Spooky Month phase. I am incredibly sorry to all of you if I cancel the series, but I feel like it's for the best. So what we're planning with timelines is that I just feel like it's out of place if I actually keep continuing the series. It would be out of place for the Aftermath lore, Penny's comeback lore. It would just be a whole mess. But I am planning to show off the actinist and the plot just to make up for it. One of the first actinists I'm going to show off is Macy Booth, aka the Daycare Killer. So, she was going to be featured in episode 2 of Danger Month, of her being secretly the Daycare Killer, where she was going to try to trap everyone in the daycare and then try to take them out one by one. Ends up failing and then heads to jail. Next up is the Masked Trio. The Masked Trio didn't last forever though. First up is their leader, Aaron Lawrence. Aaron Lawrence is known as the Wolf Mask, and he is an old friend of Kai's until Kai found out he was using him for him to pay him $10,000, which his family does not have. And how that happened is during a boxing tournament. So since then, Aaron's been hunting down Kai, which is the reason why Kai went missing, and yeah. Next up is Fox Mask, aka Sebastian, and he and his sister Jessica, aka Raccoon Mask, decided to stop working for Wolf Mask since they end up joining up with Riley, Autumn, and all the others. They end up joining the good side against Aaron in the end. Next up, we have Zella and her alternative form named Phoenix. She is the main whole actinist of Danger Month and the one who wants to kill Riley and then take her heart to use for an experiment. So, she's been sent to assassinate Riley for Damon. So, I realized that it wouldn't make any sense how she would know Damon, since I've never even confirmed some lore if they actually knew each other or not. And I used to make her a sim for Damon as well, but as more as I think about it, the more I just feel like it's not gonna make any sense at all. It's not gonna be full connection for the lore. So I'm gonna scratch that one out. She is no longer a sim for Damon. But she is an assassination evil, unless I'm gonna change up a lore since the series canceled now. Alrighty, with all that out of the way and finished, I want to be discussing a few things, like, what am I gonna do with the Lawrences now that I'm changing up the lore? So the Lawrenson siblings are going to remain dead, or as vengeance souls, and some of the cousins and the others will be able to still live in the Aftermath AU. I just need to figure out how to make it work within the lore. So there will be no spin-off series for each of the Lawrenson siblings unless you all want to see something like that. But it will cause some confusing lore though, because I'm still trying to get this lore fixed up, set right, and yeah. This is all I can say for now of why I'm canceling Danger Month. And yeah, with all that out of the way, I hope you enjoy the results of the progress that I did for episode 2 so far. Wasn't that a beautiful one with the progress? But sadly, it is canceled now, so I really hope you guys enjoyed Danger Month episode 2 while it was still trying to be finished. Alrighty, since this episode is taking a little bit too long already, I'm going to try to say all this as quick as possible. So the next one is Game Over, aka a Mario AU I was going to make, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to cancel that one too, since 1, due to plot problems, 2, it wouldn't make sense in the lore, number 3, I don't really think I could team up Peach with the Koopalings after all, I just can't. Brenda Alpha was going to be the actionist against Peach and Bowser, but from now on, she is an ally to Princess Peach and other universes, so yeah. The next one I'm going to be discussing about is 2050 Apocalypse. And no, I'm not going to cancel this one because I really do like this project. Me and my old pals decided to roleplay this one, and I thought it was a very interesting concept and story to put Five Nights at Freddy's, but as an apocalypse. The thing is, I'm gonna redo the whole thing. So I'm gonna have to redo episode 1 and rechange the lore up a little bit so it can make a little bit of sense. So I'm thinking about making the plot as Jane A, but as a descendant relative of Riley Lawrenson. But hear me out here. I know this is confusing, but hear me out here. This is a way alternative universe as a future scenario. That Jane is the next experiment based off of Riley and going to be used the same way, but against William Afton. William Afton is the main activist of 2050 Apocalypse, along with many other enemies along the way. So this time it's going to be inspired by Resident Evil and hopefully The Last of Us video game, if you know what that is. And yeah. Alright, with all that out of the way and talking about each old series, now let's talk new and possibilities. As you can see, these 4 popular ideas up here are an opportunity for me, because I'm thinking about making each one of them into a series. But like I said, it is a possibility. There is a possibility chance I might not make the series, but there might be a possibility that I will. First up, we have My Hero Academia X Multiverse. The reason why I think this is very interesting is because of a lot of quirks in this world, and it's very interesting to see what other characters. I just mostly care about interactions and everything, and I really love multiverses AU, so. And the whole concept and everything is very interesting on based of what me and Lane did so far. Next up is Power Ranger Guardians, that me and the other fans have been planning for a long time. Me and whoever joined up with together to create a whole multi-LC Power Ranger Guardians, we've been planning this whole thing for a while, and I might turn it into a series if it's possible. Penny's comeback is a definite yes, because Penny's comeback is a fitting to Aftermath. So, since Penny is Riley's best friend, it might be possible, and I love Mortal Kombat so much, it might make sense to create Penny's comeback as a series. As for Fanggang outrunning Hope and Despair, there might be either a prequel to before the whole Fanggang started, or a sequel, or just a spin-off just for fun, but who knows really, because Fred just mostly plans the whole Fanggang process, so yeah. These are all the possibilities, and I hope you all wish me good luck. That whole thing was a breath taker, and I'm so happy I finally got this out of the way to be able to discuss this whole thing with you guys. And I really hope that I could improve everything in the future, including my channel. And I want to thank you guys so much for supporting me for the past few years. I really appreciate everything you guys have done for me. And shout out to all my homies out there. Shout out to all the people who helped me come so far. And thank you guys so much. I hope you have a wonderful day and Happy New Year's.